Hey guys, Mark here, and welcome to episode 23 of our Minecraft Let's Play. Now, I know we're still, it's been a while basically since we've been on a normal survival, but I still want to play just a few more episodes of minigames. We're going to be playing Tumble today. Now, I thought I'd make a bit of a guide since I have a few tips and tricks on Tumble. So firstly, let me change to the Tumble skin of my choice. And then we're going to join a server with Tumble. It doesn't really matter which type this is. So let's just jump right in and hope we meet a server that doesn't immediately kick us for playing well. Okay, so we've jumped right into a round already. Okay, so we're in Shovel Mode. So one technique I use commonly is to stay behind and let everyone else pick each other off while you stay safe. Now there's only two of us left, so we must fight. One tip is to stay in third person so that you can see the holes around you much easier. Now this will take a little bit of getting used to, but it will generally improve your performance and decrease the chance of you falling into a hole. Now you're also going to want to do a lot of strafing, meaning that you avoid your enemy's strikes while also putting out a few of your own.
It's me, Mario.
So now we're going to try doing something what I call playing neutral. The basic premise is I will not attack anyone unless they try and go for me. So currently the only target I have right now is the person in the blue robe right there. No one else has tried to attack me, so I'm not going to attack any of them in case they want to form an alliance, because that can be quite helpful in some situations. So I'm going to see if these people are going to try and pick each other off, or if they're going to try and go for me. Okay, I believe it's just me and him left again, but we are experiencing a bit of lag, so just bear with me. Oh dear, we lost connection. Oh well, so hopefully that was a little bit helpful anyway. So we're going to try again to jump in. Whenever it's, find this with Tumble a lot, people just generally tend to leave, so there's no promise of staying on for long enough. But once some of my friends are on, I'll start a server of my own and we'll play for a good long while. So I hope those tips have been of good use to you guys. Right, so they're in the middle of a game right now. Okay, they're playing Snowball Mode. Right, so they don't seem to have any intention of attacking each other yet, which you will run into every now and then. It is a bit time consuming, but I'm sure eventually something will happen. They might either fall off, or one of them might betray the other. Though it seems they're acting awfully chummy. So this may take a while, let me just pause the video and I'll be right back to you when something happens. There we go, so they were throwing snowballs upwards and it caused one of them to hit their own block and they fell. So we are playing Shovel Mode again. So they seem without the intent to kill. Now, this gingerbread man guy has particles coming off him. That means that he only needs 1 point to win. So he is our biggest priority. We need to make sure he does not get this win. But currently I think it would be wise to just stay friendly in case I provoke one. Now this person right here is islanding. That is something you never want to do, because no matter what mode you're in, you will eventually be able to get snowballs and then you are an easy target. You are a fish in a barrel at that point, so you never want to island yourself on either mode, including shovels. like I said, try to keep in F1 mode as long as possible, just so that you don't accidentally fall into a hole. Okay, so now he is going for me, which is understandable since we're the only two left. So what we want to do is we want to prioritize maneuvers and mobility to make sure we avoid his strikes, while also landing in a few of our own. Now it will take some time to hone your skills to become this mobile, but the key is dodging. You need to prioritize your own life instead of ending others, because there's always the chance that he'll eventually slip up and fall into one of his own traps, which is also something you need to prioritize you do not do. So the main importance is not to attack other people, but to make sure you don't fall yourself. Like I just did. God damn it. Right, that was a close one because it sounded like we both fell at the same time. So now there's a fourth person, things might get a little more hectic. Now these TNT traps will be a lot more helpful in Snowball Mode, as there will be 3 layers to the arena. When there are people on the ground below you, then it is okay to drop the dynamite, as it will give you an advantage. It seems we're experiencing lag. Oh, and the thing lost. Right. See what I mean? Oh well. I'll just join one more time, and if it crashes, then I'll just end the video off there, because I feel I've given you guys quite a few tips already to try and improve your skills. Right, so there's quite a few people here. We might experience a little bit of lag, but we should be fine most of the time. So we're playing Snowball Mode. Right, so everyone's going to go for each other. The main thing is to make sure you do not fall. We want to play it neutral in case these people end up targeting each other and not us. So I'm not going to attack anyone unless they try and go for me. Another thing that I often see in Snowball Mode, and this is a good strategy, is alliances. Basically, if there's one player on the top level and there's, say, 3 or 4 below them, it would be wise for you to team up and take out the guy on the top row to make sure that he's at an equal playing field to you. That is a very valuable trait, and it's something you might see quite a lot, but no guarantees there. Now see, it looks like a few people are trying to go for me because I'm still on the top player along with this guy. Now like I said, I'm going to leave this guy alone. Oh dear, I just fell all the way to 3rd, that is not good. But we can still recover. Right, I'm going to play it neutral with this guy, but it looks he does not have the same plans, and it's very difficult when you're going on slime blocks, because then it will automatically bounce you upwards. And so it can be quite tricky. You want to look out for slime blocks, and you want to look out for ice, because that's going to make your mobility quite difficult. So if you can, avoid stepping on those blocks. Soul sand as well, because that slows you down. So it seems we are experiencing a bit of lag, because I actually pressed that button about 7 seconds ago, so there will be latency. Right, I'll resume the video when I'm back in the game. One thing I've noticed here is this guy in the Yoshi skin is fixating on one player. That's something you don't want to do, because then another player might be able to sneak up on you and attack you while you are focusing on the other player. You want to make sure you observe all your surroundings and constantly keep a lookout to make sure no one's going for you while you're not expecting it. This player is currently unaware that the other one has dropped down below him. You need to be very vigilant in a game like this if you want to succeed. He's now realised this and he's moved away. Just a quick note I wanted to slip in, so we're not quite in yet, but I'll resume when that happens. And here we go, back in the game. If the server loads, that is. Right, there we go. So, like we've said multiple times before, we're going to play neutral, and we're just going to prioritize staying alive rather than going for other people. I know I keep saying this a lot, but it is an important tip. Now you can, if you want, try to get another player's attention and try to get across to them that you want to team up against another player. Of course, this only works if there are more than 2 people, because otherwise you are forced to fight each other. So, this tennis player seems to be fixating on me, whereas the person in the Luigi skin, he tends to go for either one of us. He doesn't really mind which one of us he knocks off. He just wants to knock someone off. Okay, so me and the tennis guy are the only 2 still on the top layer. So you might see some players on the lower levels team up against the tennis player, which is what I'm going to do now. Since he has the highest ground, he is a larger threat than some of the other players. So, if there's someone still on the top layer or higher layer than you, make sure to get them down. It will give you as much of a chance as you can get. But you also need to not fixate on that person, because another from below you or next to you might then attack you, causing you to fall. So, we want to make sure this guy falls, but we also need to be mindful of the other players, because they might have the same idea towards me. Now there are 8 people on the server, so it is a little bit laggy. So there's only me and 2 other people. I believe one of them is on the bottom layer. Yep, there's one in the night suit. And if I'm correct, then the other person is still on the top layer, trying to avoid being spotted. Basically, just want to throw some snowballs up, which is taking a painfully long time due to the lag. But yeah. Okay, now it will show everyone's location since it is showdown mode. So now we can see exactly where he is, but we for some reason still can't throw any snowballs, which is a bit of a pain, but we're just going to have to deal with it. So we just want to prioritize the top player. Alright, so that person down there is the host, so I'm going to try and keep on his good side, just so he does not kick me from the server, and I'm going to prioritize this guy on the top. So a few other ideas to try and keep on the host's good side is to not play ruthlessly. You want to sometimes strike appliances, and every now and then throw a game for the host, just to make sure you're in his good books and don't get kicked from the server, because that does happen a lot, simply for being good at the game, which I find quite annoying. But yeah, that's all I'm going to have to do for this guide. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then please hit the like button, but also do not hesitate to leave a dislike, because I know I need to adjust my content so it is a more enjoyable experience for all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.